Hello, hello, my wonderful collective. Welcome to my channel. This is me, Slava. Good to see everybody. And welcome the guests of my channel as well. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, my wonderful collective. Okay, my wonderful collective. Let's take a look what messages the universe have for you today. What messages the universe have for you today? Mhm. First card, memories, flashbacks, revisiting the past. Okay, so will be something about the past. I will take a look exactly what bothers you in regards of your past. Why are you maybe initially revisiting the past? And moving forward, let's take a look. Moving forward, well, we have Hera, nurturing alpha female energy, right? I kind of feel like um, you're ready to leave the past behind. This is kind of the energy I feel here. That yes, maybe there could be some nostalgic energy, right? You still may be thinking perhaps about the past. But moving forward, I do see that there is an alpha female energy, Hera. It's about nurturing yourself. It's about being kind to yourself, being compassionate, most of all, to yourself. So let's analyze what exactly holding you in your past. What is this nostalgic memories that you still currently feeling in regards of your past situation? And then we'll move into your future, because I do see in the future, next 6 months, you will going to concentrate only in yourself, prioritizing yourself. Maybe perhaps, yeah, there's a lot of transformations here. You know that things are ending. You know that a difficult cycle, maybe from the past, is ending. Judgment is a complete transformation. When a judgment comes in, this is pretty much it, right? This is you in the past and you in your future. And right now you're standing in the middle here. You're already in this transitional period, right? There's a 2 here, right? Card number 20. And numerology 2 is always about choices, right? 2 means there's a 2 choices, 2 lines between the past and your future. So you are at this position. You know that whatever is happening right now and all the cleansing that is taking place in your life, you'll never be the same. You're a different person. You know you're going to be a different person. You know that it's never not going to be like it used to be in that past. So yeah, in a sense, there could be some nostalgic memories that you still have about your past. But you also understand that this is now the finale, judgment finale, the ending of your past life, including all your past connections. So what happened in your past that you're still thinking about? Let's quickly dive into your past. Why do you still have these memories? Are they good memories? Are they bad memories? Because I do see flashbacks here. What happened in your past? What happened in your past? Card Strength. 3 of Cups. Yeah. You had to walk away. That's the thing. I think you're revisiting and analyzing some sort of situation. I cannot say it's a karmic situation, but you're analyzing and constantly thinking about a situation from your past where you thought, well, this is you, okay? I'm going to speak from your perspective as I see. So you say, well, in my past, everything seemed to be fine. I was strong, right? You thought to yourself, everything initially had a good outcome for you. Three of Cups and a Strength card in combination. You thought that your past was going good. Everything was going good. Whether it's going good with a particular person, let's say like your personal relationship, maybe career, but then you had to walk away, right? You were forced to walk away. There's something happened here with the Eight of Cups in your past that you had no choice but to walk away. Okay? So you may be initially analyzing and thinking about that particular moment where something so tremendous happened that was outside of your control. So maybe that's what you're still analyzing and thinking about, why this has happened. What happened? You were forced to walk away by force, not by choice. So something clearly happened here that gives you these flashbacks. You're constantly mentally revisiting some sort of moment where things were great. That's what you thought, right? You thought things were great. You thought that maybe if this is your relationship, that relationship was strong, that there was happiness, there was love. That's what you thought. But then it ended. It ended. And you were forced to walk away. What happened? That's my next question. What happened? Why were you forced to walk away? And that's what you're thinking about, right? How did it happen? So why did you had to walk away? What happened? Because I see you had to take completely different road. The road that initially led you to where you are today, which is alpha female energy. You were forced to become strong, right? You were forced to be strong. You were forced to be independent. You were forced to take care of everything by yourself. I don't see anybody here around you. I see you're alone in that alpha female or alpha male energy. There's no support as I see right now, but you become that way, most likely through pain, most likely through suffering, through maybe an isolation, a hermit mode. But what happened? Why did you have to walk away? So that moment makes you, in a way, very nostalgic. You still, it's traumatizing. I don't feel like it's a good memories, in fact. It's a negative memory. So something happened in your past that gives you these flashbacks. It's hard for you to accept. And of course, it's difficult to accept because most likely you don't understand what happened. You need answers. So let me see what will be uplifted. So what happened? Why were you forced to walk away? Yeah, deception. Deception of some man. Okay? Man. Man, a lying man, comes up as a fire sign, overly ambitious. Some masculine here. Maybe he's your ex-partner. If you, let's say, a masculine, and this is not your ex, then could be your colleague, maybe business partner. But there's money here. You looking back at what happened, and I'm talking about that moment of you being forcing to walk away alone, deserted, rejected. You were rejected. But that rejection and what happened to you that clearly causing you these flashbacks, traumatizing feeling, was all because a man, a selfish man, that by Seven of Swords wanted to obtain financial gain for himself. There's a money here. There's a lot you don't know. But now you do. That's the thing, that you do know now, that whoever that person was, that maybe you did had a good time with, right? There's this Three of Cups. You thought of this person as a rock, right? Strength card here. You thought of this person, that this person is solid. that that person is strong, that he will do whatever he needs to do for both of you, but he only did what best for him and him alone, right? So trauma from the past is to do with a man that betrayed you for his own sake. And now you know that. You know that. It was a long road. Eight of Cups, it's a long road. It's a very uh, lonely path before you finally realized what really happened. And there's no worse feeling than being betrayed by someone whom you thought brings you happiness. Because you treated this person as a good person, someone you can trust. But that individual chose some sort of lied, corrupted personal financial gain. He was only concentrating on himself, on his financial career, maybe career, some to do with money. But there's fraud here, there's lies. He could have set you up, he could have framed you, he could have steal from you. He could have asked you to get some sort of loan in your name and then disappeared with the money. So it's to do with a karmic male, some sort of corrupt masculine. How did you feel towards this person before you left and midway once relationship ended? How did you feel towards this person? Well, look at this, Two of Cups. You had feelings towards this person. You thought of this man as your soulmate, as your other half, positive. You loved this person, maybe. I cannot necessarily say that maybe initially you were in love with this man, but you thought your union is strong. You thought of him as a strong, solid partner. But he turned out not to be. What did he thought of you? That karmic man, karmic ex. What did he thought of you? He clearly is a traitor. He's clearly lied. He set you up. This liar, deception. He was doing only what's best for him. And like I said, it's some sort of financial interest. Maybe promotion, maybe money, maybe career. See, Pentacles, career, it's a job. He betrayed you because of job, of money. Money. He's a crookster. You see, he was working only doing was best for him in regards to his money. That's the only thing was on his mind. For you, you thought of him as a good partner, someone you can trust. But this man, money, 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 that's the only thing he had on his mind. Not a single emotions here. There's no emotions. What did he thought of you? What did he thought of you? Well, what can I say? Star. Well, he's definitely had attraction towards you, right? Star, dreams, attraction. Yeah, Three of Cups. You know, he wanted to have a good time. Good time. His dream was to have a good time. He wanted easy relationship, no responsibility. He did not want to take no responsibility. Star, for him, he had his own dreams, and that's most likely was a dream of a party, good times. Yes, there was initially some sort of attraction by the Star card. He most likely still think of you as someone who is very distant. I don't think he knew you very well. I don't think he knew you very well at all. He didn't know you. What did he wanted? But there's difficulties here. You know what? This man complicates his own life. This person from your past. I do see that this person in generally always have complications. Simply because he thought he could manipulate everybody. He tried to manipulate you as he tries to manipulate everybody. He's a manipulator. That individual only cares about good time and having enough financial resources that supports his lifestyle. And by doing that, as you can see by now, over time, he is now in a state of 10 of wands. He only complicated his own life. Whatever he did, he only made problems for himself. So I guess it is difficult, but like I already said, if there are some minor flashbacks or some sort of nostalgic, I understand you wanted the answer because there's fraud here, there's lies here. That man brought problems into your life, all because of him. He brought these problems into your life, and yet you trusted this man. See, Two of Cups. You said you're good together. He's a good match for you. So you, for the longest time, analyzed it. What happened? There's definitely was a work fraud. Something he gained. What was this whole Eight of Pentacles lies? Work fraud. Maybe he committed some sort of fraud and set you up. No, it's a promotion. He lied about you for his own sake. So of course it's painful to you to know the truth. That the man you thought, the person, the partner you thought is solid, you thought as honest, turned out to be nothing but a selfish, materialistic narcissist. Disregarded you, okay? Like you're exposable. He probably said, oh, well, not a big deal. I'll find somebody else. Counseling a person to commit an offense. Maybe somebody counseled him to do some sort of criminal action towards you. Like I said, but Seven of Swords could be other people involved. Could be other people involved who told him, hey, why don't you set her up? Somebody could have told him that to do this to you. Somebody counseled him to commit work fraud. There's something to do with money. Somebody told him, hey, steal from you. Hey, why don't you frame her? Somebody counseled him and said, if you do that, if you pretty much betray the woman that loved you, and that is you, you will get promoted. Somebody counseled him to do this. Who counseled him to do this? Let's see. Who gave him such ridiculous advice to choose money, promotion, over the union you had? Who counseled him to do this? Eight of Swords. Well, it was some sort of very strict restrictions put in on him. Okay. He kind of had no choice. There could have been threats of incarceration. There's been some sort of conflicts, battle, conflicts. Maybe he were going to go to prison. Someone here, see, planned it. There's a group of people, toxic people, toxic. Three of Pentacles, his friends, his colleagues, his co-workers, right? Group of people. He didn't do it himself. I kind of feel like he was very codependent on this community and these friends or whoever they are. I kind of feel like there's a lot you don't know. And that's maybe the reason why you're still revisiting the past. Maybe you still have flashbacks. Maybe you still have nightmares. Trauma. You're traumatized. This toxic people with one of the men whom you had feelings towards and his friends who are highly toxic set you up, throw you under the bus for money, for the sake of job, for the sake of financial abundance. There's a group of people here. Pressure, organization, harassment, organization, belittling you, making fun of you. You were literally made fun of here, like you're not good enough. Like you were not good enough to be with a player and a criminal and a liar. So I totally understand. I see these people are stressing out right now. They have big problems, including that person that did this to you. Big problems. Anxiety, fear, they're scared. They're scared. There's money problems and there's justice. So it's a legal matter that yet to be decided. And because it hasn't been decided yet, this whole aspect that you were entrapped by someone you thought loved you. You were entrapped and framed by somebody you trusted. It's hard for you yet, right? But that's why the judgment card is here and the card of justice. That soon, very, very soon, and you can feel it. I know you can feel it. If you mentally coming back to this moment, that means that it's yet to be revealed to you. Judgment is revelation. And you will receive that revelation in court. Or if not in court, then you will find out absolute every single truth about why you were forced to walk away, why were you threatened, why were you abused, why were you tortured, and it was all because promotion was offered to this man. Either he followed the rule of this organization, could be government organization, or he's going to prison himself. And he chose what suited him best. He could have acted otherwise. He could have said, no, I'm going to stand with the one that I care for. But I don't see love from his side. I see good times. He liked your appearance. He was attracted to you maybe intimately. But you had different type of emotion towards him than he had towards you. So it all yet to be decided here. Judgment is a transitional period here. Transitional period. How does this man feels now? How does he feels after what he did to you, which you know? How does he feels? And his so-called corrupt friends that used you as a tool of promotion. How does he feels? How does he feel? Punishment. Punishment, right? All of this, like I said, desire of catching the star from the skies. That's really what he wanted. He saw that he's gonna play, he's gonna hide by the card of a clown. That everything is solid, right? There's a golden ring here with some sort of stone, ruby. That is going to be a never-ending cycle. That he will continue becoming rich. That he will not be held accountable for what he did, including his friends. But I think to these people that did this to you in the past, that traumatize you, they know that they will be punished. And there is a punishment coming here, 100%. Everyone who did this to you, who achieve wealth, success, good financial status, they all will be punished. And that is a fact. That is a fact. So they know, everybody know here exactly what is coming towards them. Official person. There will be an official person punishing them. Who is an official person? Detectives, police officers. Yeah, they will be officially prosecuted. That's exactly what it is. Official prosecution. Because his friends told your ex to commit an offense, criminal offense, in exchange for promotion. And maybe his friends are an official person too. Maybe they're lawyers, maybe they're military officers, maybe they're police officers. They all will be punished. So I understand why the first card of the nostalgic come in, right? Flashbacks. You're revisiting, you're trying to analyze why this has happened. Why? You couldn't understand because you thought things were great. And then overnight, things were bad. And now you know why. What is advice for you in regards of these flashbacks that you keep having? What is advice for you? What do you need to hear? You know, sometimes in a moment of silence, you're still trying to analyze and put pieces together. You try to put faces to these criminals that did this to you. And like I said, the hardest of all is to see the face of the person you loved, you trusted, you cared, is being part of that puzzle. What is advice for you? 7 of Wands. Keep your guard, right? 7 of Wands. Keep your guard. Yes, tired. It's exhausting. But don't give up, right? You spend so much time protecting your surroundings, protecting your energy, keeping this people who did this to you as far away as possible from you. I'm sure you maybe have a feeling to reach out to this, whoever this coward is who did this to you, and telling him your peace of mind, how you truly feel. But don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Keep your guard up. There could also be a situation that maybe this same man will try to reach out to you, trying to once again manipulate you, because there is a trial coming in. Do not do it. So keep your guard up. 7 of Wands. At this point, you cannot trust anybody. See, devil. You cannot trust anybody at this point. Nobody from the past. You need to keep your defense up, because the man and women connected to your ex who counseled him to go against you and set you up and frame you, they're very toxic people. It's a people that bound by the devil energy. It's the energy of lust, energy of narcissism, anger, hatred, revenge. Very dark people, very dark people. And of course, if you withstand the pressure, this is what awaits you. 9 of Pentacles. You step away from that. You step away from that. Do not get stuck. See, new beginnings for you, the Fool. New beginnings. This is a cleansing process coming in. Cleansing process. And then there is a World card. Okay? New cycle, new beginning for you. New scenario. This is almost over. That's why I feel you have been spending more time thinking about the past, because you and these enemies, they know the judgment is here. They can feel it. You can feel it. Okay, so this is the first message for you. Now, post-transformation. Like I said, judgment's taking place now. There's a lot of things changing here very quickly. And this is new you, right? Hera, nurturing alpha female energy. You will feel good. You should feel good about yourself. Look what you have been through. You have been used as a pawn, victimized by a group of unhealthy, sick, narcissistic psychopaths that could be matter of fact in a position of power, in a uniform. A bunch of cowards that pretend to be soldiers, that pretend to be detectives, police officers. They're clowns. There's no respect towards people that use an innocent person, kind person, who simply sincerely had feelings towards somebody because they wanted promotion. Those are cowards. So this is your new energy, the alpha female energy. If you, of course, masculine who watching this, then of course alpha male energy. So let's uplift a little bit. How will you feel? How will you feel right after the judgment will take place upon your enemies? Because once the judgment here, you cannot change anything. Now they're your enemies. It's gonna happen because the universe decided who is going to get what. That's a finale here. You understand? Final decision where your enemies are being punished. They clinging to you, right? They clinging to you because they have been sucking your energy from you for years. You are the reason of their promotion because they abused you. It's hard for them to let go. And maybe you also pick up their energy. And that's why once in a while you kind of coming back and revisiting the past, which highly traumatizing to you, considering what you've been through, completely unprovoked. You were an innocent person. You didn't deserve to be backstabbed by a man you thought kindly of, the man you trusted. So post-transformation, post-judgment, I do see that you are very strong. You have strong energy. You will feel very good about yourself. But let's take a look. What else should you expect in that post-transformative period? What else? Okay, Four of Pentacles. Three of Cups. See, happy. You're going to be happy because you are going to be given some sort of resources. Once again, powerful resources. Three of Cups. You will be happy. You will be happy with the fact that you are in fact a strong person, that you did in fact withstand the pressure, this demonic pressure that was constantly pointed your way. Four of Pentacles is also the card of resources, personal resources, energy, right? You most likely spend a lot of time alone. And once again, I don't blame you. I don't blame you after what you've been through. Uh, it's for the best that you actually, protected your energy. But I do see you did protect your energy. You will not lose anything here. You're only going to gain. See, Pentacles. Pentacles is an individual that very smart about their own resources and the energy that he or she gives out or share with. Right? There will be some sort of resources given to you, powerful resources that once again will make you happy. Let's clarify, what is this resource? Yeah, see again, Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Happiness, financial abundance, financial stability. But yes, you're going to be a different person. You can never be the same like you used to be. You're no longer this naive person believing in love. You maybe believe in love, just in a different format. Now you understand that the true relationship, true partnership is it's a fair exchange. It's not one-sided. in this past relationship, you given a lot and you've got nothing back. You were in fact spitted on, pushed down to the ground, stepped on, manipulated, abused, tortured. Now, post that transformation where the sick people will be incarcerated, you're an alpha. You're an alpha. There's no pushing you anymore. You will finally understand the resource that you carry, that you are a walking charm. You are literally a walking charm. You bring so much good luck. You bring good fortune to anyone who enters your space. You know that now. You're a lucky charm here. You're going to have financial abundance. 2 cards signifies about that. And you're going to be happy, right? You will be fulfilled. Fulfilled. And you will never, under any circumstances, allow anybody to break your heart. Anybody. Like it happened in the past. Your heart was torn apart. Torn apart. Will never happen again. Never. Now you will be choosing. See? 2 of Cups. You will be choosing the partner you want, the relationship you want, the job you want. You are an alpha female. That is your energy that you're stepping in towards. Yeah, see, key. The key will be given to you to unlock any door you want. Any door. Freedom. Freedom, because you were locked up. Magnifying glass. You will analyze everybody through that magnifying glass. Because like I already said, you will have a lot. You have a lot already. And you will have more than you ever had. And anybody who will ever come towards you, they will be under magnifying glass. You will going to look deep about these people. You're going to pull out all information about you. You're going to see right through them. Right through. And that's probably initially why this card of nostalgia and flashback comes back, because you knew that that man from your past was a liar. You knew that that man was a narcissist. You knew that this man betrayed you. And yeah, it's hard. But don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself, because you simply followed your heart. You followed your heart. And because you were in love, or because you had feelings towards this individual or trust, do not blame yourself, because your trust was breached. So that's probably the reason why you still have these flashbacks. You're revisiting that past. But soon you will come to term that you are an alpha female, you are successful, you are abundant, you are going to choose what's best for you. And you're not under any circumstances going to allow yourself be in the presence of anybody who takes advantage of you, who manipulates you, who cheats on you, who lies to you, or who abuses you. No one will bypass that magnifying glass that you naturally gained. Of course, through a difficult past of betrayal, abuse, and torture by the most sickest human beings. Sickest. Let's take a look if there's a new partner coming towards you. Even though I kind of feel you're good by yourself, right? Alpha female, she doesn't need anybody. You don't need anybody, right? You're good on your own. You're strong. And that's what you learn. See, Queen of Wands, you're strong, confident, independent, in charge, guided. See the cat here, spiritually guided, intuitive, magical, unique. You don't need anybody. Yeah, see the card of a devil here. Oh, devil and the moon card. Right, right, right. Yeah, there could have been a place of a magical influence. I hate to say it, on your life. It has been by a man and a woman, a couple, a pathetic, miserable couple. Woman most likely did some sort of magical influence on you. I do see. But you know what? This magic only brought nothing but problems to these people. Whoever did any magical influence to affect your life in one way or the other, for promotion, for money, whatever, I do see these people are miserable. They're pathetic. They're in poverty, they're sick, they're ill, and they're facing incarceration. And on top of that, they're receiving boomerangs. There was a magic here done on you. There was. I do not see that this is affecting your life anymore, right? You're stronger. You're strong, right? This is I'm talking about alpha energy. You're strong. Strong people are not weak. Let me tell you one thing as a practitioner. Magic only works on a low frequency vibrational people. Okay? Once you lift up your vibrations higher, magic's useless here. Devil is not possibly could do anything to you, nor this woman magic, nor this couple magic, nor their lies. Could be either a witchcraft that was utilized on you, dragging from that past connection with this lying acts of yours, okay? Or this is also could be the couple, the man and a woman, this pathetic, crippled couple that have done and brought a lot of lies into your life and framed you for the promotion's sake, for money, for wealth. I don't see it's affecting you. I don't. At all. I don't see it. It might have. In the beginning, it worked. At the beginning, it worked. But I don't see it anymore. Let's take a look about this this couple, this pathetic, miserable couple. What about this couple? What about this couple? What about this couple? Yeah, chained. They're chained. They're slaves of that devil now. And honestly, they did it all to themselves. Chained. Do you think this woman and this man will ever be able to break free? No. Satan does not release anybody. Nobody. They chain themselves. Your energy is too strong for this pair to do anything to you. And in fact, I do see that there's fighting here. Okay, fighting. They're fighting separation, breakup. If this was this lying ex of yours, and this woman was the other woman, for example, I'm just hypothetically saying the scenario. There's a lot of you who are watching this, so I'm trying to pinpoint. But the thing is that this pair, they're not going to be together. It's all leading towards the end of relationship. They're fighting all the time. Arguments, fighting. Power struggle. See? The bear. Power struggle. So one wanted to have control over the other. The other wanted to have control over the other. They're fighting over power struggle. Okay? Because that partnership, that relationship, that union was based on finances, not love. Not love. There is no love here. Broken heart and separation. They will be separated. And it's all leading towards this separation. So who won? Huh? Who won? Do you think your karmic ex won when he chose to do this to you? To walk away from you? To lie? To frame you? You think he won? No. Because I do see you had feelings. You had sincere feeling toward this person. You did. A long time ago. Not anymore. Not anymore. But you did. These two had business in mind. Money. Money. Now they have nothing. And I do see there's a tarot. She's looking at tarot cards, readings on you, scanning you, right? Asking from a tarot readers, will we break up? Will I go to prison? Will there be any consequences for doing witch spells, witchcraft against you? Will there be any consequences for what I did? This woman asks. And their tarot reader says, yeah. You blocked yourself. See? You're fighting, you're arguing. There's a problem with jobs. You see devil card here. Illnesses on top of that. There's sickness here. Sickness. Someone here is sick. Maybe woman very ill for witchcraft, especially if she did any spells. So you get sick. Now she's sick. It's done. It's done. All because of this devilry that was done to you. This couple sold their souls to the devil for the sake of lust and finances. And that's why judgment's here. Everybody's getting what they deserve here. You understand? Everybody. Everybody. You, on another hand, like a phoenix. Phoenix. No matter what type of devilry this woman paid to be done on you, what kind of spells and rituals and death spells and everything in between, the lies, the drama, the gossip, it didn't affect you because your soul does not belong to the devil. And that's why we have an angel, the judgment card, the angel, the heavens is now putting everything straight. And everybody will get accordingly to what one has done. And if you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. So rebirths, and I kind of feel like you do feel these energies. Let me know in the comments whether you feel the judgment taking place in your life. Because I do see that you should feel better. I do see you should feel more recharged, energized, lively again, happy. I do see your finances should get better as well, because there has been a lot of blockages done on you. Most likely on daily basis, something was done, some sort of drama, lie, abuse. But you should be very proud of yourself. You are truly a phoenix. You truly are. So let me know in a comment whether or not this resonated with you. I would love to hear that. And once again, if you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being the part of all collective journey. And I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.